Let's see. Hello guys, this is Money Games and let's see if all's ready. Yeah, it's ready. Oh my god, I'm already live. So give me a second, getting the link. Yep, it's working already. That's nice. Give me a second. Okay, so let me share with everyone in my channel. So give me a second. I'm sorry for the start. We have here. That's the link. Copy the text. Go to announcement. And here we go. Yeah, now we good. Now we good. Let me just be sure that I have the live chat. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Let me get the live chat so I can track it when someone talk. Let me know if the game audio is too strong or not. I need to do on my PC because it was not okay to do on my original device that I was supposed to make on my iPad Pro. But yeah, let's do here anyway, and then we can watch the new heroes. Let's start this. Here we go. Okay, I don't care about this.
Even the smallest stone can take down the Goliath that huge.
Let's take a look on the new heroes. Which one start first? I guess I'm going to start for the one that I think is the best among them. That is Roland. Here is Roland. He's 120 currently here. Let me take his skill upgrade to 40. Okay. Now his skill is to 40. Let me copy. I need this to paste as I promised over here. And one more place, that is here. Okay guys, now we are ready to go. Let's take a look on these new heroes and what they have. So here is Roland. So first thing is, command skill doesn't matter. This is a support hero. So if you got curious, so this is command skill. I really don't care at all about his command skill because he's a support hero. So this is not a thing. About stats of the hero, this is the number of current hero at 120. Just to check, you guys can hear me correctly, right? So the audio is okay, I guess. Yeah, let me check. This is a support hero. No, yeah. The audio is working. I just check. Okay, so my hero, he has 1.01. That is not bad at all. The one we need to compare is with Mensa. That is the one that he's gonna replace. So they are almost at the same level. Is because his base is higher, he has a little bit higher still, but they are mainly the same here. The thing that I would like to say first is I would not test hero at 3 stars, even less a hero like this. There is on Cyrus lineup that you need to be a whale to work properly. So I'm not thinking about to do the heroes at 3 stars only. So deals might damage 3 troops, blah blah blah, and reduce their damage by it's not worth at all ever. So now talking about his signature skill, so let's take a look. So first, Cyrus, Roland, Mensa, I think you lose too much if you try that configuration without Vlad, but I will take a look. So this is his signature skill on his first level. What he gets is his increase the chance by additional 5% and reduce the damage dealing by your troops by additional 10%. So the original here is 30. At first stars goes 35. Chance to reduce the enemy damage till troop at the target. Okay, so this one is original 10%. At first start goes to 10 to 20. It's a plus. From let me check the rest. Here is 10 for the increase the command might by 10, and then he healing 55. And then when you go here, 55 go to 70 and 10 go to 25. And then finally on his last stars, so he additional get these over here. There is every 3 deal your other hero 3 every 3 stuns deal damage of the other heroes. An additional reduce the troop damage taken by 25. So these come on the 50 star. So that last part that is here. So you need to be at 5 stars to get this last part. So they yeah, finally could get access to Pioneer, but I still didn't get my original access to Pioneer. I am using what they give to me because I ask iOS access and they give me Android access. So I need to start emulation and blah 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 and do a lot of stuff to make it happen. But yeah, here we are. So about the hero, first thing is the chance is very high. So when your troops take normal attack or skill damage, so this trigger more, way more, just to understand, than what it is the original counterattack, because original counterattack is only when you take normal damage, and here we are talking about whenever you take a normal damage or a skill damage, and it does, let me check, it does not say that this is not a trigger by continuous damage, at least this part over here. This part over here says explicitly continuous damage is excluded, but not the first one. So it says wherever you take damage, it is skill or normal damage, you have 35% chance to reduce the damage dealing to your troops by 20%. And look to this, this is not damage taken, this is not reduce your troops damage taken. So what I believe about this 20% over here that reduce your troops by, it is that this here, it's raw damage. So if you're gonna take 1k damage, this is gonna decrease for 800. That is what I believe. Of course, I gonna test and make some tests to check this, but it's what I believe, because if you see also you have that this trigger up 1 time per second, and if this only 1 time per second, this has nothing to do with a damage troops damage taking reducing, that is a buff. This is a buff, the damage taken, and here it's not a buff, it is a real damage take, I guess is a raw damage. And then it's also increase your command damage, that is for 3 seconds. That's for 3 seconds. So what I believe is you are limited to reduce by 20% just one damage that you take, trig 1 per second, and then you also increase the damage of your hero for 3 seconds. That your commander, that's a buff that goes to the commander. That is what I believe how it works. And every 3 times that other heroes deal a skill damage, it's recover your units by 70% and reduce your troops damage taken by 25, right? Also, again, it's 1 time only that you can recover. You cannot recover more than 1 time, but this is really huge, really huge, really huge. This hero has a potential to be a way better, because you're gonna see soon he has a very good kit to replace Mensa. So in my opinion, he's one of the best, because he has what is the best about Mensa Musa. Yeah, Mensa Musa main role is to be a support. That's correctly. I'm sorry, bro. It's really hard to me to pronounce your. I guess it's ML. Your name. What's up? What's up, Knight? Thank you for show up. Let's go back here. So why I am very confident that this boy here can replace completely Mensa, because the thing that define Mensa and make Mensa to be what he is, it's not exactly his signature skill, but it's his unique skill that here to me, I was thinking on last season that was a unique skill of Mensa, but it's not, because now we have Roland get that skill. That was the skill that defined Mensa, in my opinion. So same Bengash. Let me see how. Oh, I don't have instance translate. What's up, Groot? Thank you for show up, bro. And here about Mensa, you have that about Mensa, sorry, about Roland, that is the same for Mensa Musa. That is when you take 12 damage, or in other words, it's every 6 seconds, because we are talking about a hero that's going to be at swarm effect at the full time mainly. So it's about every 6 seconds you can recover your units at 130 might bonus and arm bonus, what's very good because it's both. But you have these that increase the damage dealing by your commander by 20% might bonus for 3 seconds. So with these, and that is the reason that I don't like to make Vlad the commander, because Mensa Musa was always burst Vlad damage if Vlad goes as commander. So and I do prefer to use these to burst Cyrus damage, not Vlad. That's why the commander goes on here to me. And so he has this skill that's the same of Mensa. There is a shirt to use because Dynasty, no thank you. Fearless Retribution is a no thank you. Mental, it's a skill to think. So with these two, he gonna be exactly at the same kit as Mensa, but with the signature skill, new one, that from Roland. But he also has his unique skill that I'm still not sure if it is the best, that every 4 times your troops take skill damage, right? The damage taken gonna be reduced by 12, sadly with no modifier, so it's flat 12. And after 3 seconds, so every 4 times you take damage, your troops damage taken reduced to these, and after 3 seconds there is a 20% chance to recover your units, and this recovery rate is 100. So that is how this gonna work. So I don't know, because you need to take 4 skill damage. So look into these after. So you're gonna need to do these, and after the 3 seconds passed, then you're gonna have your recovering. But you need to take 4 skill damage, and I don't know, even on swarm situation, how much time it's gonna take to these. It's gonna need to be tested. So at supply depot, we're gonna have an idea about how many triggers, and of course I'm gonna test them, of course. So okay, so this is the first hero, the overview about him. So Roland, he's a warrior pikeman only. It's not a dual hero. The command skill completely useless. No one gonna use him as a commander. His signature skill pretty good in my opinion. Has a very good kit. And then his skills that I think that is here: Gold, Odyssey, and Kanite. I don't know how to pronounce this, so okay, whatever. Let's go now take a look on Pyrrhus. So here we have Pyrrhus. There is a sword command hero. Let me level up the skill. I don't know why they made everyone level 10. Oh, before Pyrrhus, let's go back to Roland because I forgot about something. That's very important. I'm sorry, Pyrrhus, you're gonna need to wait a little bit more because I forgot to look the talents, and this is too important.
Pour la gloire et les poèmes.
So his first here is give might damage to the troops. This is nothing. And here it's increase the passive skill damage of other heroes in your troops by 3%. So he has a buff of 3%. That's not that much, but it's okay. When 2 or more troops attacking your troops at the same time, reduce the damage taken by 5. This is good. This is very good, because you're mainly gonna be at swarm situations, at least is what you want. So with 2 or more, you're gonna reduce the damage taken. And here is another reduced damage. So he has at least 3% damage reduction, and with here we have 8. And then we have also increase the damage of other hero by 3. That and 4.5 also. So that is what he has. Let me check Mensa to remember the difference between both. Here we have the same, the skill damage. This one is nothing, that's the normal one. Oh, he has crushing blow. That is when your command the skill damage, he has a 25 chance to increase by 15. What means 3.75 in average. So Roland has 3% to both heroes, and this one gives to your commander in average 3.75. So when you consider that the average here, and what Roland does, Roland gives 3% to Mensa, to Cyrus, and 3% to Vlad on the lineup that I think it's gonna be the best one. And then he has this one that's reduced the damage taken by 6. That's big for the first 18 seconds. That's really big. When you have Roland doing 5, but only in swarm situation, but no time limit. And then he has the same 3% damage taken reduction. So that's kind of the difference between both. So in my opinion, the talents is kind of the same. Does not change much. Not change much. Yeah, this is very normal. This is very normal. The pike heroes does not mean they're gonna be wearing a pikeman weapon. So as you see, Mensa has not even a weapon, and Dark is a flag and a swords. So you have these happening very often. And then you have Cyrus that also does not wear a pikeman at all weapon. So this is very normal. And Vlad is also a swords. So it's regular. It's regular to be the pikeman hero. So let's go back now and talk about Pyrrhus. So the promise is that Pyrrhus can replace Ramses in rallies, and it's supposed to be a good rally commander. I'm sorry for the noise. I'm sorry for the noise of my share. So let's start for the command skill, because this boy here, yes, we have command skill. So his command skill is 25 seconds to trig with a grant initial range at 100. So we're gonna have 15 seconds to trig for the first time, and after that he need another 25. So the first one was supposed to be triggered in about in about 17 seconds, and next one he gonna need about 42 seconds to cast. So it's gonna cast about at the 42 seconds, and it gives a burst damage of 505th strategy bonus, and increase the signature skill activation chance by 35%. Increase the signature skill activation chance by 35%, and this is a lot. And the damage by 20 is strategy bonus until the signature is activation successful. Oh, this is bad. This is bad. So it's increase the next one only. It's not, for example, a time stuff. So it's not the perfect word. It's not the perfect word. If we're gonna stay on era 31, so far, yes. I don't know what's gonna happen. Now I am playing in two servers. I have one account on server 98 that's going to era 31, and another account on server 207. Oops, sorry. Okay, I need to erase here. So this is good. The damage also is good. So he's gonna do a big damage, and then his next signature skill he will have a big burst. And all the other skills that he could do damage, what I don't think he will have. This one I'm gonna pass by the signature skill right after to check if he has. Oh, he has strategy master gift. That's what I would like to check. So he can increase his activation chance by 15. Probably this is one of the skill. The other skill is this one, but I'm gonna pass first from the signature skill. Let me just check. I said the signature skill first, but this one gives also 2% skill chance. So just to see that first, but let's go to the signature. And to look the signature skill, we go here. His signature skill, the original one, is 25%, and he can have a plus 15 from strategy. This means that just a second, guys. I'm sorry. Okay, yeah. So these mean that he has 25 plus 15, that's 40, and plus his unique skill, he can goes up to 42. So that is his activation chance. So here we have the first one that gives this extra 30 to the skill damage. And so what he did is strategy damage to the enemy troops 300 plus 30 from here, so 330. Each time this skill is activated, there is a 25% chance to activate it one additional time. So this is an effect that is kind of like Lagerta, because he has a chance to trigger his skill a second time. So it's kind of Lagerta, kind of Shalaman, kind of Attila, or Zhao Yun. Okay. And this just a chance to activate it one additional time, up to 3 activation per turn, sharing the limit with other additional activation effect. So you can max activation it 3 times in his turn or whatever turn. So that's good. And I know that this increased to 4. So let's check the third star. The third star deals strategy damage is the same, and then the activation grows from the original 25 to now 27, and then is still up to 3 times, and now every 2 activation he increase your strategy by 30 for 6 seconds, and this is very good. Another 30 source. And let's see the last star. So on the last stars, what he does is now he can go up to 4 activation on his turn, and each activation there is a 35% chance to activate 1 additional time. And this make me question myself if he can go in a loop, like he calls his skill and he triggers his skill, and then he has 35 to call it again. That has another 35 to call again. There is another 35 to call again. And maybe this is how it works, because he says here that he has this trigger limit. Make me wonder if is that what we're talking about, or if they are preventing him to the use of him together with Lagerta, that Lagerta can give him also the judgment state. That judgment state gonna trigger another time his command skill. I don't know if this is exactly prevent from him from use of Lagerta, or it's a loop one. Yeah, it's what looks like that he can loop on it. What is very good, very good, a good number for the damage. Okay, so let me take a look on his stats. His strategy is 1.12, and his base go to 4. So in comparison to Ramses, Ramses is 1.15, he's 1.12. So for example, but his base is higher, because when you look here, it's just one point between both. Okay, so about skills, in my opinion, would be Strategy Master Gift, because this is gonna increase your activation chance by 15, and he has the extra 30. Yeah, so for sure this one, and then his unique skill that sadly gives only 2% extra activation chance. Could be higher, and then because of this dot finalize the sentence here, I don't think that the second part it's applied to the first one. So each time you active your signature skill, increase your signature active skill damage by 2% strategy bonus. So if you considering that he can go high, like Ramses can go, that's up to 1000 and 1000 something, it means that you have 2% 6 times, so this is 12%, and this 12% with the strategy bonus is about 48% extra damage in average. And then during rallies, your signature skill active skill damage increased by 10%. Could be the activation chance, but is the damage only. So in rallies, you have an extra bonus. So I don't know if they said that, oh, he's good in rallies. It's just because of this? I hope not. We're gonna need to test effectively to check how good he is. But, and when you look to him to replace Ramses, I'm gonna tell you that it's very hard. The point about Ramses is he's low for the start of the match, and that is his problem. The problem on Ramses. And for people that has KA, the second problem is that Skyward is already on KA. So you don't have Skyward to make the original 25, because here we're talking of 25 plus 15, 40, plus 2, 42. So you could go up to 52, but you cannot go up to 52 because the Skyward is already taken. So then let's check if we have talents that can improve activation chance. Here's strategy damage. Yeah, strategy damage. Then there is nothing. Here is when the hero activates the signature skill. Increase the strategy. Oh, up to 40. That's good. An extra 40 is good. Increase the hero damage by 2.5 every 3. 5 stacks. So up to 12.5%. Happening at 15 seconds. After 15 seconds, gonna be full up. And then he reduced the damage taken. What? It's weird. Should not be reduced damage. This is damage dealer. Okay. So I'm still don't know about this guy. I'm gonna need to test him, and test him, for example, comparing with Sun Tzu and Ramses, because Ramses has the problem of speed. Sun Tzu cover the speed problem that Ramses has, and then you have Pyrrhus now. That I need to look how much these skills gonna be triggered. So it's gonna be an interesting test. And then because we look to this one, we need also look to Confucius. There is a dual type hero, strategist, swordsman, and archer. Yeah, so Chinese hero, usually Chinese heroes are the preferred ones by them. And if you guys are curious about, this is the boy that are on MGE. So if you look here, the medals of him is the one coming from MGE. So this is the MGE boy. Let's go back and look. His command skill doesn't matter because he's a support hero. Then let's go to his signature skill. If he has potential to replace Zhu Liang and be good, and to be a dual healer together with Zhu Liang. So activation chance is 30% of his signature skill. And then what we have here. So applies disciplined effect. So trigger up, chance up 5%. So the original one is 25, and at first stars is 30. The activation chance. Let me read to be sure. Apply disciplined effects to your troops for 6 seconds. While disciplined is active, each time your troops take skill damage, continues is excluded again, recover units by a Haitian of 40% strategy bonus. So it's a small number, at least to here, up to 2 times per second, but this is gonna apply each time your troops take skill damage. So you can have 80% if you take 2 skill damage on the same second or third. Okay. Every 16 times this hero triggers a unit recover effect. This drops to 9 on the end. The hero with the highest strategy in the troops activate the signature skill. Oh, so this is what's gonna make Pyrrhus activation skill go more times, because this boy here can activation Pyrrhus skill. So now we start to see more synergy between heroes, and immediate activate the signature skill, trigger every 6 seconds. Effective when serving as second in commander, of course, because when it's the commander, this simple has no sense. Okay. So, and then after entering battle, increase the skill trigger chance by 50% for 3 seconds. So for the first 3 seconds, he has 50% chance to activate this skill. That's a big number. Each time your troops activate the signature skill, so anyone activating the signature skill, increase his skill trigger chance by 1% stack 4 times. So, okay, so he has an extra 4 very quickly. But this up stack every 3 seconds. So he can stack more than 1 time every 3 seconds. Okay, reduce your troops damage taken by 0.8 strategy bonus, stuck up 8 times. Okay, so let's start to check what is the modifiers here. So here was 50, and here we have 65, and then here we have 0.8, and then here we have 1%, and the trigger chance that was increased by 1 now is 1.5 at 3 stars. And then at max, the reduction here is for every 9 times. That here is very bad, 16. So this cut by a lot. Cut 7 triggers. And then you have with the highest, the hero with the highest activation, the high tactician activate the signature skill with 8% increased damage. Okay. Here you don't have the bonus. When you go here, now you have and increase the activation skill damage by 80% strategy bonus. So this is what the 5th star does. It's cut this to down to 9. Right. And activating these. Let me check here because you guys are quiet. Okay. So now it's the full skill. So it's 40 up to 2 times. So he can do 80%. 80%. Every 9 times the hero triggered the unit to recover. The hero with the highest strategy in your troops medial. Nine segment sets. That's okay. So applies discipline effect to your troops for 6 seconds. While this is active, each time your troops take skill damage, he recovers. So if you take a lot of skill damage, because it's only skill damage, can't be a dot, need to be a damage over time. Is not counting here. He can heal CO, and then he needs 9 healing to call the command skill. What look at you here make me think that that is a lot, that is too much, but I need to check to see how good he can be. After entering battle, he increased the trigger chance by 65. So this it's 100% chance to activate the skill. So he gonna activate the skill when he enters in battle. So he gonna be in battle, and on his turn, he gonna activate his skill and go to discipline. Yeah, it's a skill damage. Yeah. Knight asked on the chat if the counter attack from Pikemans is considering a skill damage, and yeah, it is. Everything that is not a normal damage, it is a skill damage. Wings is considering, so it's anything that is not a normal damage. Everything, absolutely everything. Okay, so this is what we have. So I think this has really the potential, because each time your troops increase the skill trigger chance, each time your troops activate a signature skill, increase this skill trigger chance by 1.5 stack up to 4. So he can go to 6% extra activation for this skill, and reduce your troops damage taken by, can go up to 88% strategy bonus. What's not that big number, but still, it's still something. Oh, but these boys, they are already too much counter to a Cyrus. It's bye Cyrus is like, if you see a Ramses coming or a Sun Tzu coming, your Cyrus will be melted very easily. Very easily. They are very good counter to them at all already. So that's not a big thing. So let's check in his stats. The strategy here, let's compare with Zhu Liang. In my opinion, is the one to compare here. Too much to... Oh, Zhu Liang is here. Zhu Liang is way higher, 1.13. So yeah, Zhu Liang is way higher. Compare him with Charlemagne is not fair, because Charlemagne is a dual type hero, so it's a way lower, because Charlemagne, it's a might and strategy hero. He's a dual type hero, and that is why it's not fair to compare his stats with him. And let's check. I'm gonna change the order because I'm checking the skills first. Let me check the talents first this time, before I forgot. Increase your troop strategy, okay. Then we have a crushing blow, that is okay. Everyone knows about crushing blow. Master verdict, increase your command active skill damage. Yeah, it could be chance, boy. Why not skill chance? Why damage is blah. and then reduce the troops damage for the first 6 seconds. What this one is very good. This one is very good, but could be better, bro. Could be better. And all his skills are support skills. Okay. Then let's go to see what skills kit he has. No and no. No, this could be, but this is a no. I don't like. Even if you're gonna use him on Suleiman, I don't like to use support heroes with damage skill. Even if it's to support someone like Suleiman that need burn to be triggered. But is here to you guys see. He has Peaceful Heaven. What it's kind of great because he has the potential to healing many times because of his skill. With Peaceful Heaven, it's very great because this had 20% chance. So I think that his skill is gonna be Peaceful Heaven and probably his unique skill. That is Spring Breeze. And then you have a 35% activation chance to recover your troops units by 140 strategy bonus and reduce the damage taken by 12 for 3 seconds. Yeah, that's really good because it's healing and reduced damage. Even though it's 35, but yeah. This skill has 50% chance to recover your This skill has 50% chance to recover your troops units an additional 2 times per activation. Recover rate 6% strategy bonus. This skill has 50% chance to recover your troops units an additional 2 times per activation. How this gonna work? Because let's see this. You have recovered your unit and you reduce damage for 3 seconds, and then you have a 50% chance to recover your troops units an additional 2 times per activation. But how these 2 times gonna work? Why separate stuff? Why is not, for example, 1 time 120? Why 2 times? So it's 2 dices. So he's gonna roll 2 dice of 50%. That's what's gonna happen. So you can have 0, you can have 60, and you can have 120. That is the unknown about the second part. Also, you have a buff. Is this like a buff? So this is gonna roll a dice every 1 second? I don't know. So that's a problem that we need to test stuff. That's how we need to test stuff. But yeah, good skill. Good skill for sure. Good skill for sure. Because it's not like, for example, because big healing are Immortal Army. Yeah, for sure is bad words. Will Blast. For sure is bad word. Will Blast said it's a bad way to route it. And for sure it is. Let me take a look on the Immortal Army. Just to remember me about the skill. So in comparison, Immortal Army that is 25, it's another level of healing. It's a completely different level. And different from Zulian, that has a good kit of reduced damage and blah 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 and make you a weight tanker. Because Zulian, you also use this one that's reduced damage, and you use this skill here That's increased the activation skill damage, the active skill damage, and the activation chance, and give the bonus. So yeah, let me go back to, let me remember here, what is the number? 35. The activations are way higher because it's 35, but when you take a big healing, it's 82. Here is 49, it's a half. But of course, you have the chance to make it 200 and maybe 260 because of the second part of the skill. So this looks like it's gonna heal in a range of 140 to 260, looks like. Okay, so this guy is a guy that need a lot of tests and looks promising. I really want to test this one because see if he can make Ramses back alive, that lineup. And then we already saw Pyrrhus, we saw Roland, Confucius. Now we have St. Louis and the little girl that I'm last, Eleanor, I guess is her name. But let's go for St. Louis. And now we have a pikeman archer hero. I guess the first time we have a pikeman archer hero, right? I don't remember to be this combination in any other hero. There is? No. None of these guys is pikeman archer. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the only one that is pikeman archer. Pikeman archer hero. So this boy is supposed to be a commander. Let's check his stats. Whoa, 1.17. This is higher. This is high. Let me look Belisario, for example. So pikeman, tactician pikeman. Yeah, he's on the same level of Belisarius, but he gonna scale more to 160 because they both here to 476, but he scale 17 and Belisarius is scale, Belisarius scale 13. Yeah, that's a good number. And then we have the command skill of St. Louis. And the command skill of St. Louis. Deal strategy damage up to 3 enemies. In a fan area, blah blah blah, damage. Has 30% chance to inflict incapacitation. This is huge, right? So this is a thing that can it back alive the tactician pikeman, or he only gonna work for Suleiman, because this is for Suleiman. And on enemy for 3 seconds, each target chance is calculated independent. So he can't incapacitation everyone at the same time. Gotcha. But at the same time, for example, if you have him at the front line of your arena, he's gonna trick the die. He's gonna roll the dice for everyone when his command skill trigger, even though you have 15 seconds to trick. So no arena, no, not a chance. Independent, and while increase the damage taken. Strategy. Oh, so increase the target damage taken. So this buff everyone. So these work like a support for every strategy hero, because it's increased the strategy damage taken from the hero. And my Lubu will enjoy it, because now my Lubu has strategy damage. One increase the strategy damage taken by 5, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so that is the command skill. Let's take now his signature skill up to 40. The activation chance is 30% for his signature skill. And then oh my god, stop with this many stuff, because it's increased the okay, let's go. Serving decree, damage rate increased by 20, so the original is 220. You have extra 20 here, and when the enemy falls below 70, so this port here does not exist at no star. Okay, if the enemy belows to 7, increase their skill damage by 20. This is very good. This here is very good, because this go up to 85 at 5 stars, if I remember correctly. St. Louis damage increased by 10. Strategy bonus. Oh, and give me a second. He is an active chance hero. So Belisario is a secondary strike, and this boy is an active skill damage. Sorry, let's go back. They are different on that matter. When St. Louis serves as commander, your troop next hero deal 5% additional damage strategy bonus. So he buffed the second in command the damage. Let's see. At 3 stars, what change? So at 3 stars, this triggers. Now it's at 85. So mainly is for the full fight, because except for the first 15% of the enemy, he does not have this skill damage additional. This is skill damage by, so it's only for this damage here. It's not for everyone. If the unit falls below this, increase this skill damage by. That's bad. Could be overall skill damage, could be the troops skill damage, because 20% is not a big thing anymore these days in the game. St. Louis damage increased by 15 strategy bonus, and this is new, right? This doesn't have here. No, it has, but it's 10. Now it's a plus 5 here, and another plus 5 here. Now the next hero has a plus 10 on damage, and then at maximum, this is still 20. This doesn't change. This is still 15. And then reduce the damage of your troop by 15. Oh, and then we have a new thing, that is this. When your hero troop's health falls below 70, he's reduced the damage taken by 15. So he also reduced damage. This is good. But this is the one that I have the most unknown about, because I gotta tell you, I have Belisarius and I need to sit him because he was too bad. I don't play Suleiman, so Suleiman is something that I was not playing before, that I'm gonna start to play now, that I have my account on 207 that has KA, so it's in a new level, so we can check against KAs and stuff. So this is maybe an asset for that account. And then let's go to here. He has Strategy Master Gift that can increase the signatory skill. His original signatory skill is 30, so this go up to 45 if you use Strategy Master Gift, because this gives a plus 15 and additional 30. Conflagration, again, it's a maybe if you are using with Suleiman. I'm sorry. Let me go back. Here, okay. So I don't know if this worth. This one, in my opinion, is definitely a no. Definitely a no. It's not a skill that I like. And then we go to his unique skill. And his unique skill deals strategy damage to enemy troops. So he has signature skill and also a skill that does damage. Okay. And when enemy troops is below 50, deals an extra stance of strategy damage that 180. So bro, this is big because it's 250, but below 50%, the damage goes up to 400%. That's a lot. 400 is a big number because big skill is 370, and with this activation chance is a big number, but to when troops are already below in a lower numbers. But again, need to check. This one, it's something like I'm gonna need to be running a lot of tests, and I'm gonna run the tests. What is very boring, but if anyone wants to watch in my boring process to testing and blah blah blah, I maybe gonna be streaming. Depends on the audience if you guys really want to watch the boring process of testing or just the results, because one thing is to test, another thing is the results. That what most people want to know. Okay, so this is St. Louis, and then we have I didn't check. I checked his talents. I don't think I did. I don't think I did at all. Oops, sorry. Here, 4.5. When enemy troops units fall at 50, increase the hero active skill damage by 10. So he's very dedicated to this stuff about when fall at some number, he gonna start to do a big damage. Sadly, the ring that is in synergy to this, if I remember well, it's only for passive damage. I'm gonna check the ring in a soon. And then you have these that goes 2.5 up to 12.5 every 3 seconds increase, and this is reduced damage. So his talents is this time the talents does not impress me at all. But big strategy, he has potential to do damage. Need to check the new composition without Ashoka. So it's gonna be or St. Louis Belisarius Elizabeth or St. Louis Belisarius and DJG. Okay. Sorry, oops, I closed it. Let's go back. Oh, let me do, because I just looked the hero. Let me be sure about the ring. Let me check the ring. It's just to check the ring, because my memory about this ring is not good. When your units fall below, blah blah blah. Yeah, it's just passive skill damage, so it does not work. So the ring has synergy with lower units on your enemy. No, oh sorry, that is your health is lower. That other one is the enemy health, so no, there is no ringing synergy to that. I was wrong. I'm sorry. I was out of my mind here. No one saw that. I'm gonna cut from the video. You think St. Louis will work with Belisarius and Elizabeth? Yes, Primo asked if I think St. Louis will work with Belisarius and Elizabeth. I think it is. I think it will work, but again, I can tell you, Belisarius is so bad in season 6. He was very good before in rallies, and now in season 6, he's a disaster. He came for a very good lineup too. Whoa, he falls a lot on my list. Like for example, yesterday I was playing on 207, and he was just consuming my troops. He was just dying like he was a non-hero. Like, I start to fight, after 10 seconds he dies. And all my other heroes was standing for 10 minutes, 5 minutes, and he dies after 10 seconds. So it was really a bad experience, because I was not trying Belisarius on 98, on my account on 98 anymore. And when I tried yesterday on 207, that was a really tough fight, because it was 1v1 v1v1. We had 4 servers fighting for the policy, and I streamed that. If you guys are interested to watch, I live stream it, but Belisarius is not there, because when I start to live stream, I had already removed Belisarius from my lineups. And it's a big Kraken fight that if you guys want to watch, I was playing on the front lines, hitting rallies and swarm rallies at the same time on garrison and doing stuff. So if you guys have history to watch it. You ask about what about Ash? Ask about what about Queen Sundog and Theodora free-to-play archer. I don't think it's a good option in my opinion. Queen Sundog, because Queen Sundog it's something. Let me go to the another that options there. Let me go to show something here. So let me go here to Iceland, so we can start to talking. Go away with this about formation. So about formations, even though we still have one to see, okay guys, we still have one more to see, but about formation, right? You were talking about these here, and then or you use this way or you use this way, because this boy here is supposed to use a double DPS. That is the main stuff here. So you're gonna have a problem if you try to use like Ramses in this situation, because he only buff the next hero. Sorry, let me go to this way. He only buffs the next hero if he acts as commander. Increase when St. Louis serves as commander, your troops next hero. So they made a way that they don't allow you to try these. So you cannot try these. Because these at least will not buff Ramses, or in another case, these over here will not buff. Let me do this. These over here will not buff Suleiman if you put Suleiman as a commander. So in theory, is this formation. So Siandok, right? The problem with Siandok is that Queen Siandok has a very low activation chance. It's just 22. So it's very rare to her silence go off, and she's a very weak stats. Her stats is very weak. It's a way lower. When you look to a normal hero that has this number, and then you go to Queen, the number is too low. When you compare, let me put here also this one and this one, so we can see more. You see, 475, 462, 476. So it's a way low. I really don't like Queen Sandok on options to use. It's a setup. If you want the setup to silence someone, go with the Everflame ring. Use the mountains that can silence someone, because this is gonna be a way more effective, in my opinion, if it is what you want to do. And in my opinion, Archer, like you asked, Archer is not for a free to play. Not currently, not with Lubu outside want to hunt you. Don't try an Archer as a free to play. You need to go very, 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 very well. I need to test Levi, less Levi, probably less Leviathan. Is that what means your nick? Less Levi 13 ask if I think that the tactician pikes will back to work on season 7. I gonna give him a try. But what's happening this season 6 make me be very skeptical about this. Yeah, I understand you. That you, Levi said that he's a main pikeman account, so he would like to have a double pikeman. So yeah, and it's hard to tell you. Currently, we only have Cyrus. That is season 6. Any other option, it's very bad for pikemans. We don't have other options currently, because Belisarius is really bad currently. So this is formation. Oh, you also has, sorry, the option to have Confucian here. Confucian or Zulian, right? If you want to go crazy, you can try this, but you're gonna die, right? You're gonna die if you try this very fast, because there is no sustain. Even if you put the double healing skills, because Charlemagne has bloodthirst and war tactics that are both healing skill, it's not enough. He is 280. Bloodthirst is a dual thing. He covered these, but smite, it's a might bonus. So I don't recommend this craziness, except if you, for example, you have access to all heroes and you are doing elephants and you just want DPS. Otherwise, this looks to me a little bit craziness. So let's go back and take a look on our last girl. Let's look from here, right? Let's look from here. You, bye-bye, and let's check here. The new hero, Eleanor Aquitaine of Aquitaine. That's how to pronounce? I don't know. She's a support hero, so it's wrote here, guys, support. So commander skill, no one cares. She has a commander skill that no one cares. If you want to look If you want to read, if you want to print, it's here. But no one cares about command skill. Let's go up here to max. And they're going to need to do something to compare with other heroes. Because... oh, no, she's not using, so it's okay. 454. It's not the highest one, but it's okay for strategy hero. So she's a strategy martial hero. Okay, guys, so let's look to the signature skill. The signature skill activation chance is a passive one. Okay, so let's look. For the first 12 seconds, recover rage. Oh, so she comes to recover rage also. Because of rage by 8, afterwards reduced to 4. Okay. So it's like shorting 80 rage. It's like shorting the command skill time by half. That's what she does. It's cut by half. Because 10 rage is 1 second. So this is close to be 1 second stuff. When units fall below 280, what's very fast, reduce your damage taken by 12 strategy bonus. And increase the command strategy by 50 for 9 seconds. After these, recover units 100 and reduce the damage taken of your troops by 6 until the end of the battle. Okay. So after 9 seconds, it's recover you 1 time and reduce the damage to the end. Nice. And if you were switching targets, this has a cooldown of 20 seconds to happen. But it's okay. And the first one is for the first 12 seconds of the battle. So the first one, additional 2 rage per second here. Afterward, 1 rage per second. So the original one is 6 and 3, and here's 8 and 4. Then we are here still at 8 and 4. This line was add. So after entering battle, increase the damage of your troops first commander skill by 15 and second command skill by 30. Increase the damage of your troop first commander skill by and second commander skill by. That means the first cast and the second cast. What the problem, guys? What the difficult to write the description of the skill in a way that anyone can understand? Why don't put its cast, first cast? Or what you mean by first skill? You mean the first slot of the skill or what? That is weird. Okay, but okay. That's what was added. Everything else is like the same as before. And then at 5 stars, we have this is maintained as it is. This is the same. But now here, that was this way, 12, 5. Now here, it goes to additional strategy. Let me see. When falls below 80%, additional increase the command strategy by 50 for 9 seconds. Where is say? It's not wrote anywhere. They didn't put here on the skill. It's wrote here that additional increase the commander strategy by 50. I'm blind. I'm not seeing this on the text here. Blah 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 blah. When full, blah, this strategy after one. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, they forgot to put here this part here. I'm not blind, right guys? People are still with me? Yeah, there are still people with me. What a craziness. They really work very bad on this hero. Okay, this I need to report to them. Let me take a print screen to report this to them. Okay, screen take. When units fall below 50%, this is an additional because we don't have this here. We only have it 5 stars. When the units fall from 50, recover 100 the rage and clear all the silence and slow effects trigger up 1 time every 60. So we're gonna have an extra rage when you below 50. What is a big problem this? Because if you read at max rage and you goes below 50, then the rage just is for nothing. And I'm glad that I put shit together with this boy because we are mainly talking about this formation because she also applied to seed, but who cares about seed, huh? That's a good question. Who cares about seed? So let me remember how much rage he needs. He needs 350. So the first cast is in 15 seconds max, minimal. Not max, but minimal. So she gonna add an extra 8. So this 35 seconds now get down to, let me check. The 35 gets down to 19 seconds. It's a big cut because it was original 35 seconds each cast, and with her is 19 seconds. And then you're gonna have also Saladin. You also have Saladin if you're gonna use on this formation, but you probably will not. I'm gonna tell you that you probably will not use Saladin. So she's gonna replace the signature skill of Saladin because you're probably gonna use a tank hero. I'm not sure because let's see if she has more tankiness skills, because to me at least, her signature skill, it's not enough to tank. You have a heal here, a heal there, but not enough. Not enough. You need more. Let's check the skill. I guess she has Immortal Army. Yes. So she has Immortal Army. What is a big thing? Because Immortal Army is one of the best heal in game. So this is very good and it's a big upgrade when you think about Saladin that only adds rage but can't support the hero correctly. And then we have Roar of Victory. That is if you want to go like Saladin, but the problem on these is 20% chance, guys, 20% chance. So yes, it's increased the rage by 30, but it's 30 times 0.2, so it's 6 that it's increased every 3 seconds. So it's only 2 rage per second. It's freaking low. Freaking low. The damage is useless. The damage here is completely useless. So Roar of Victory, you need a double strike lineup. What you don't have here, because this is activation formation and not a secondary strike formation. So you're not gonna see this here. And then we go to the Radiant Finch, her unique skill. And then you say that the commander active their first command skill damage, reduce your troops damage by 8 strategy bonus for 12 seconds. This is good. This is very good. Because he's gonna cast very fast his first command skill. He's gonna cast very fast. and then you're gonna reduce more strategy damage. I'm gonna tell you that I like this part. When your troops rage exceed 80% of the limit, your troop has 100% chance to gain silence immunity. And this is good to say, no, 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 don't silence me, boy. Don't silence me. So your, what's his name? Napoleon cannot be silenced, and it's gonna be immune. And increase your command strategy damage by 12 strategy bonus. So these, we have tankiness, what's good, and then we have the silence protection, what's good, and we have the damage increase, what is also good. I like this, can work, maybe can make Napoleon now unviable option, more viable option. Because before was like, why are you gonna use Napoleon? You have Ramses and stuffs like that. Because you need to make a lot of conceptions to make Napoleon work. You need to go with Zhao, what is a little bit bad. Let's check the talents. The talents is here. Increase the troops rage by an extra 1. That's good also, because now the time that I calculate now is divided by 19. So it's 18 seconds to cast his command skill. Okay. I need to check if this is the way to go with Saladin. Let's see the rest of the talents. Up and in battle, increase the damage of your first 2 command skill damage by 10. Just first 2? Why that, bro? And then you have here, reduce the damage taken. Reduce, yeah, she can do a good job tanking because of the talents. So maybe can be, it's another lineup that I need to test, because maybe it can be tanky, can be enough to run this way, because then you're gonna have Saladin skill that increase your troops rage by 2. There is might and strategy bonus, so these 2 here goes up. I don't know, I can't remember exactly the number. Let me check here how much is currently. And he's on a lineup, right? Is this the number with bonus? It's because he has no talents? I don't believe much. I don't know the numbers for Saladin, but for sure is at least 2 times 1 plus, sorry, 2 times 1 003 times 1.2 thousand. So yeah, with both, if you put both, he's gonna cast his command skill non-stop. But him skill, you're probably gonna need to go war tactics so you can heal. You probably need to go here to this skill so you can heal. Tactic pursuit, no, to damage. Weak spot attack, no, that's a damage. This skill, like I said, I don't like, so maybe the purple skill. The purple skill, not this one, it's the other one. The favor, yeah. This skill that for the first 18 seconds that join the battle, increase your hero might strategy by this and your troops rage per second by 3.5. Need to check. I'm gonna check this lineup. So this is, I guess now I cover all the heroes, all of them, right? There is anyone that I forgot? I don't know. Let me start to have some fun with them. I cover all of them. Go out over here. And then if you guys are curious about other stuffs on the if you want to know what changed on our current Stella Glory to the Stella Dynasty, is that on the Stella Dynasty you remove one gold expedition and you replace it for the I'm gonna check the name, but to this new event. So it's gonna be kind of exactly the same we have currently, but what's happening is that, let me show you the scheduling. It's not here. There is a place that you can see the primordial conflict. But before I show you the primordial conflict, I want to try to show you how the event changed, because there is somewhere, I can't remember where, because it was a friend who showed me the screen. Okay, so this is the map. Yeah, the map is kind of beautiful in general. Okay, so let me look the calendar. Oops, back. I guess it's over here. This is the new store that you're gonna have. So you're gonna have this stuff to buy on the storage. So 70 keys and 80 torches. And then here you have 40 keys and 45 torches. And here 15 and 20. That's big numbers. And with some good speed ups. The price are good in general. And you also has this trading stuff that you can trade these tokens for. This one that you can use to buy down here, the achievement store. And then you have the Conquer store that has the limit of 30 lightning crystal here, another 30 here, and then the level store. This is what you have, okay, about store. But I want to look this scheduling here. So exactly here. So this is what I want to show you guys. So what's happening is the gold expedition was replaced, the first gold expedition was replaced by the primordial conflict. So you're gonna join the season with 4-7 battle in events between each other. It's not 4v4 like the DD. DD is still here. It's not a 4v4 like DD. It's gonna be 1v1v1v1 in events. That's gonna happen. It's what I know so far. More than that, I need to check now the rules over here. And we have a new stuff. There is a season technology from this primordial conflict that you're gonna have this stuff that is one achievement by the kingdom. So everyone on your kingdom need to drop this material here to get stuff, and the personal deal that is when you get stuff here, and then you're gonna persecute these stuffs. So yeah, that is what you need to progress and unlock this stuff over here. So if you are in a dead server, you're gonna have big problems now to progress with this alchemy technology. That's gonna be every season. On the very beginning of the season, you're gonna be able to get this bonus. And then let me check, someone asked something. Hello Billy, what's up Moro? Ramad. Let me see if anyone talked to me on my devices. No. I'm sorry, I'm just checking what someone tagged me here. So okay, so view the rules, participation in the kingdom, information schedule. Then we have the battle stage. Let's look from the scheduling. Open the scheduling, bro. Okay, view event rules, participation in the kingdom, information, event scheduling, rewards. Okay, day 2. Other workshops contest open at 4 and 16. Other workshop will appear as alternative on the world map of both kingdoms. Occupy a workshop to continue to obtain primordial deal. Oh, so that is where you get the primordial deal. During the other workshop contest, you may relocation to the opposition kingdom, battle cross battle camp, and neutral territory with its regions. So you need to teleport, cross over the other kingdom, and go. If I remember correctly, this is like go gathering in an armory. That gonna gives you the alchemy stuff. That's the day 2. And this workshop gonna opens at 4 UTC and again at 16 UTC. So you're gonna have 2 times the event. So it's exactly on the most bad downtime for the majority of the server, because servers that can play 1 UTC, 4 UTC, they usually have problems with 19 UTC that is over here. So the servers that can play in this time, they usually cannot play on this time. So that's what I guess they choose this 2 time slot, and the 16 should be a perma option instead of only 11 and 19. There is no option in the middle. Like for example, between 1 and 11, you have 4 UTC. Okay, let's see the next step. Other workshop contests open at 4. Other workshop will appear. Kingdoms of Pi, Primordial Deal, blah blah blah. So these 2 days are the same event. Other workshop. And here again, other workshop. So we have 3 days. 3 days. Is that because you're gonna fight all the servers? I don't know. And then on day 5, the kingdom rank first on the battle stage points, ranking gains the right to choose the showdown location. The king of the winning kingdom may designate the showdown time and the kingdom where it takes place. If the winning kingdom has no king, the right transferred to the alliance leader, which is the highest alliance power in the kingdom. Okay. So this is gonna set by one guy. that's gonna choose where it goes. The time, it's also set by one guy. It's not set by vote like currently. That's interesting. That's really interesting. Let's see the next stage. Players from other kingdom can relocate to Showdown Kingdom after cross-border camp are built. So, everyone gonna invade one specific kingdom, decided by the one who wins the prep stage. So, for example, in this example, they are invading the Greenland. And yeah, it is the Greenland? No, it is this land here. That's the one they are invading this land here. Okay. The cross camp are building. Can relocate, and on the day 7 players recover loss, blah 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 blah. Okay, so let's check now. Gathering, alchemy, pools, and participation in other workshop contests. During the other workshop contest, both sides can relocate to the opposite kingdom. Battlefield selection stage. This kingdom, that's the selection guy. Shadow stage. Players on the kingdom can relocate the kingdom after crossback camp participation in the sense refinery contest. Primordial essence and several points. And after the recover state, let me see here, the battle, the shadow, and the recover. Okay. Gotcha what is the majority of the thing, and now we have the rules here. Oh my god. After, give me just a second. After fall of the true alchemist operation in the secret, pass it down, incomplete alchemy, knowledge in legend, and say that primordial material one we create sage stone. The ultimate creating of legend, the game advantage in the king, blah 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 race. Test. What are your tests, Ash? Hi Night King, Night Knight. What's up, bro? Let's check more. The primordial conflict event lasts for 8 days because there is recovery days, okay, which the battle is starting at the day 2 to 4. Once the stage begins, alchemy pools on different level appears on both maps. Gathering from alchemy pools. Durante the battle stage, your kingdom will face off against one kingdom daily. So every day it's a different kingdom. Other workshop will appear alternative between the two kingdoms. Participation in the occupation order provides continuous primordial deal. I guess you only can get it on the opposite kingdom, I suppose. I'm not sure if you can get it on your own king. When the order appears, both sides can relocate cross-battle camp in opposite kingdom and neutral territories in the region. So we're gonna need to start to think in new strategy of maps and stuff. It's what it looks like. Where I was here, the stage, the privilege. Oh, this is the guy that can. The showdown will occur select time on the day 6 near to the Imperial City chosen kingdom where ascension blah blah blah. During the event, players can earn points of gathering primordial down, station troops after occupying other shopping, and elimination enemy. The kingdom with the highest final points win. The primordial deal, primordial essence. Night Canine said, excited for the mission, just pray we don't spark and the civil war. Yeah, bro. I'm pretty sure that many civil wars gonna happen after merge. Let's see. For every 100 personal primordial gathering, obtain 10k personal primordial points. When each blah blah blah, for every workshop, obtain 5 primordial, blah blah blah. Combat, invalid combat players from other kingdom. Every enemy kingdom unit gradually obtain 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 9, 15, 24, and 36 primordial point based on unit tier. Oh, this time they specify exactly the points. Congrats, team. Congrats for that. That's pretty good description now. Huh? Tier 1, you're gonna get 1 point. Tier 2, 2 points. Tier 3, 3. Tier 4, 4. And then on tier 5, you jump to 6. So there is an extra. On tier 6 jumps to 9, tier 7 is 15, tier 8 another jump to 24, and tier 9 they exist is 36. Okay. 5 times points of Graveling Wood units. Elimination units grant 5 times points of Graveling Wood units. Oh, wait. Let me read again. Units Graveling Wood obtain based on the enemy units tier. Okay. Invalid combat against players from other kingdom. Your enemy kingdom units, whatever you obtain these. Okay. Eliminate units grants 5 times the point of gravely wounded units. Oh, so the ones that you kill give you 5 times the point. Thank you again for finally explaining how the hell the points are made. That is amazing to explain a so simple thing. Thank you so much. Losing your own units grant 2 times the point of gravely wounded. Combat is considered invalid when the difference is 2 tiers. When other contest the kingdom with obtain 2 million primordial points. The kingdom. Okay, kingdom points nation. Yeah, these points I'm gonna check later. The personal points of the top 10 of each kingdom is the rank value. Oh, that's great. So have a lot of accounts, had farmers, had smaller, doing small in share. Doesn't freaking matter. It's your top 10, top 100. That's amazing. That's how it should be. So whatever, if it's crowded or not, is the top best 100. And this is great. This is really great. I really enjoy it. Thank you so much. So how to play? Primordial deal. A basic material, blah, 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 blah. For every 100 personal blend, you gain 10k personal primordial points. Primordial deal can exchange by the blah 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 marketing. So this is going to give you the event points and then the points to use on alchemy. An essential material refining primordial, it can be extracted at essence refinery. Primordial can be exchanged in the alchemy. So this is a different one from this. So you can gather in both. Is that? An essence material refined using primordial. No, this is refined using this. So you crafted this from this, if I'm correctly. And can be extracting at essence refiners. No, you also has these refiners Where is this? Primordial essence can be exchanged for a time. Okay. Oh, you exchange it. Okay. Alchemy pool. The alchemy pool exposes surface blah 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 during this battle. Alchemy pools different level will appear. Level 4 alchemy appears on plots of surrounding Imperial City. Refresh every 12 hours, lasts for 12 hours. So the level 4 only appears on plotting surround the Imperial City. They can be gathered by ally together, but must first elimination the corrupted admin pool. Okay, so you need to eliminate first these little creatures here. So it's not a full AFK stuff, looks like. At least is what looks like. Let's check. I'm sorry guys, sometimes I need to just a second. Okay, back in order workshop. The order workshop is the true primordial available for contest and from 4 to the kingdom and fragrance after okay, the kingdom, and then this is the essence refinery. The kingdom of operation between these. Let me check. I don't want to read everything. Battle stage. During the battle stage, the kingdom match pair 2 to 2 in rotation. So it's like these to these and these to these, and then it's gonna be like these to these and these to these, and then gonna be these to these and these to these. That's the 3 days in rotation. Some kind of this. Battle cross camp. You may opposite king to cross battle territory after the end, and then remain after relocation here. Okay, I can understand the event. We're gonna know more when the event reels open, and we can do more stuffs. New expedition. What is this, bro? Embark the new expedition, brand servers, and blah blah blah. What? You are asking me to create an account on the new server? What? Let me see if there is more stuff. Archery Championship. This is a mini game, looks like. Golden Rush. Another mini game. This is the Primordial Conflict. This is because the account is treated as a coming back account. So you have this stuff. This is not part of the event. So this is how it is currently, the ranking right now. Oops. Why you go out? Where I was. That wasn't the calendar? No. Where I was. Here. Okay. This is the kingdom hanging, stories, rewards, dynasty of blah blah blah. This goes to everyone. Proof of establishing dynasty. It's the new Stella champion takes this. This one here, that means that at least so far looks like that they're gonna keep the way it is for the skin, so the skin gonna stay, and this is for weekly stuffs that you can earn, and you need this material to buy on the storage that is here, so you're gonna need that material. And we also have this conquest that looks like it's just a Iceland tactics. About new rings, if you are curious, no, we don't have any new ring at all. So no. What this stuff give to us? Can I just go with the gathering lineup the way it is here? Will they lose? No, they're gonna win. I just want to see what's the rewards here, because it's not good to play on this device that I'm playing now. What the heck? It's just Iceland tactics? Just it? No good stuff? These guys, they love Iceland tactics. They think it's the most amazing thing. Oh, you have these. So, okay. So you need to progress here because you're gonna get this reward, and you need both. Okay, so you need to progress here to get these tokens. So yeah, as soon you reach the server, go as higher as possible here until, of course, I'm pretty sure that this is gonna have a limit at some point and it's gonna stop. So do as fast as you can when the real server come online. We have a survey here. Downbreak, Design Star, Empire Veteran, and blah blah blah. I'm gonna check later on this stuff. This store has absolutely nothing, as usual. Let me see if they give us adornments. They give us level 10 adornments. They give us material only to craft and try 10 of them, what is really bad. They should have give us all of them, all max, all of them. What's the difficult? Give us all so we can test. It's not that difficult, bro. I know you can do it. Let me check material, how much I have. 10k only. That's so bad. That's so bad. This is really bad. They could give us more. So we can test properly like a big boy. You can test like a mid boy, not a big boy. Well, it is what it is. So again, about rings, if you are asking himself about rings, there is no rings, no new rings. It's the same rings as before. There is not even a single new ring. Lineups were the real Lineups. Where is the suggestion one? Is here.
Not even by their blossoms.
This is what they suggest you to use, right? So this is the suggestions. Then you have Confucius. Confucius have many options, huh? That one of these two boys. This is not an option. This is not an option. These two ways. This is okay, an option. And then you have this setup over here. This setup over here for Archer. And the last setup over here with Confucius. They are suggesting. Then let's go to who is the next one on the list? St. Louis. St. Louis is this too. Okay, so the next one is Pyrrhus. That the only suggestion for Pyrrhus is this. And nothing else. That you can also use this way. And then the last one is Roland, right? There is no one else after Roland. That there is only one suggestion. So this season we have two French boys. The first girl she's not, I don't know where she's from. Eleanor. Eleanor.
Trees are not known by their leaves, not even by their blossoms, but by their fruits.
No, she's not French because she's talking English, so not French at all. You like to test, Ash? I see your test is working. So, yeah, I guess this is for now. I'm gonna stop for a little bit. I'm gonna eat something, and then I'm gonna choose one hero to start. I'm gonna see what we have here to properly start to test. I'm gonna prepare stuff, and then I'm gonna open another live stream. Oh, you are asking me to test them. No, okay, Ash. Now I watch what he's saying. Because I thought he was asking herself about testing the chat. Let me remove the heroes from here. I don't care. I care less about this. I want. So we have these. This is a setup. To be honest, the first one that I want to know is the pikeman. So we're gonna do it first. Where is Roland? And we have XP tomes or not? That's another question. Let me get my mails with the gifts. They give us some XP. Only these? Let me see how much this is. 50,000 times 60,000. It is 3 billion. 3 billion is 5 heroes. Fuck me, bro. It's only 5 heroes? If that's true, it's not that much. It's not that much. I really don't like it. Look to the name of the alliance. I'm sorry, guys. The alliance name is in Portuguese. That someone invite me, and the name of the alliance is Your Fat Mother. Wrote in Portuguese. Oh my God, that's people are crazy. So let me look. Metals. Metals, we have enough. Scrolls, looks like we have enough. Let me see, we have 50k scrolls. There is 83 skills. We have enough. We have enough scrolls. We have enough badges. Metals, why only Dido? Oh, okay, I know why. Because of the comeback event. So let me go and find the XP tomes. The XP tomes, it's what I'm afraid, because it's not enough to get the heroes to level 160. So I'm gonna be forced to try it at 120 mainly, looks like. So let's start. Let's build the heroes.
Manam Kurosh. Padshah Jahan.
The gems is also a thing that you can't choose much. This is the passive gems, so I choose the correctly one. This is with might and passive gems. The ring is 30. I'm gonna need to upgrade the rings. They give us material? No, right? You give the rings in the same way the other time. Each one at the level that you want. No, it's all 30. Yeah.
Si c'est le jour de notre dernière bataille, menons-la avec fougue, pour la gloire et les poèmes.
Okay. Yeah, the problem about test heroes, Ash, is because you have this boring process in life that is take all the gems, take all the gear, blah blah blah, check gems, check it correctly. It's a very boring process, at least in the beginning. So I was thinking about to close the live, do this boring process, and then come back. But if you guys want me to do here, I can start. Passive one, okay. And this one is better. So this one should be on Cyrus, not here. You see, that's the problem, because you need to check and so, oh my God. Why not make this the same? So the other one is better, so the other one need to transfer here.
Si c'est le jour de notre dernière bataille, menons-la avec fougue, pour la gloire et les poèmes.
This one fits better, because here we have attack. This one fits better in my opinion. Oh, but this one is not 4 stars. No, I'm gonna use this one, whatever. I'm gonna keep using the first. The gems are correctly. You see, this is Belisarius set. No. This is also no. No. This one. This one. This is the gems. But this is no. Because you don't have 4 stars. And here you have 4 stars. So it's this one. And I need to remove the gems. They are secondary strike gems. So this is gems for Belisarius. And then we have the boots. That also must be this one. And the gems is also wrong. So we need to go back here. You see how it's boring to test? It's boring. No. No. This one. Equip. And then here. Let's take out the gems. Oops. Get you out. Now we can take the 4 stars and put the correctly gem on him. You know what? I'm gonna just take the gems from whoever is healing. This is already him.
Manam Kurosh, Padshah Jahan, Padshah Kabir, Padshah Qudratsman. Manam Kurosh, Padshah Jahan,
Okay.
Padshah Kabir, Padshah Qudratsman. Manam Kurosh, Padshah Jahan,
Okay, Cyrus is red to the party. Not red because
Manam
he still need to change the talents. It's a lot. Oh my god.
Manam Kurosh, Padshah Jahan, Padshah Kabir,
This is not the way to do, guys. I'm just to try to make it a little bit more fast. Give me just a moment. I'm gonna take something to eat together with you. I'm back. What's up, back? Okay. Let's give him the talents.
Si c'est le jour de notre dernière bataille,
This is not the best way to do. I'm sorry,
et les poèmes.
but I just want to run a little stuff. Okay, first boarded, pass. Oh, still not. Still need to take the skills. Give me a break, bro. Let me choose the skills. Yeah, that's why I would like to play on my iPad, because my PC is not good for this. Not at all. And they still didn't send to me my invite for my iPad. That's really bad. Okay, let's go back to change the scale. Okay. First hero. I guess I should make a poll to ask you guys what you want to me to test first. But it's gonna be this one. I guess this is the best among them. Oh my god. Then the hero. Let's go to 40. And here we have. Sorry for the noise. I know that's annoying.
Si c'est le jour de notre dernière bataille, menons-la avec fougue, pour la gloire et les poèmes.
Golden, I'd say. And that's a good question. This time they give to us purple skill? No. I'm glad that I don't need to test a hero with a purple skill. Okay. No bosses, huh? Okay. I need to join an alliance now. Let me check what alliance they create over here. Looks like Excel or BBC. This is the two alliance that we see, people. I'm not good with Chinese. Okay, okay. Which alliance to join? Do I know anyone? I didn't change my name, by the way. So, my god. Probably one of many cigar accounts. Oh, Soldier Boy, also we fought alliance. All the pioneers, blah blah blah. Okay, so let me change my name. Do I have these? What? Are you guys still here? Did I lose any connection? Let me see. No, looks like everyone's here. What's happening? Okay. This is also important because I am this boy. And I need a frame. Where is my frozen frame? I am this boy here. Okay. Now we are good to go. Gonna join the alliance that's bigger, and that's it. So, alliance. I would like to not choose now the alliance, but I need to join alliance. So just joining. And what was for that I was joining alliance? Oh, because I need to do the supply depot. For a second I was, well, what was for? Remind has sent. Oh, there is no supply depot. Oh, you joke me. You joke that I join your alliance and there is no supply depot. Oh god. No, there is no test, bros. We still have... Let me say sorry for the spawn. Sorry for the spawn. You see, we have a problem. A big one. I can't run tests. Except if I go against someone else that I also don't know. Let me check how much speed ups they gave to us. Training speed. Oh, they give us training speed. Thank you. So I can build T1s. Let me start to build T1s. So yeah, I can't do tests now because we don't have an alliance with a sub-stronghold complete, so we can do the stuff that need to be done. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna jump to wherever our exile boy is building his sub-stronghold, and I'm gonna allocate to him. Like this. I'm gonna try to make this faster. Bro, since yesterday to today there is no sub-stronghold on this server? Is this server dead? Or what? Huh? But sadly is that I can't run the test now. So what I'm gonna do is what I was said. I'm gonna stop the live. I'm gonna build all heroes, make them ready, look for a place to test, and then I'm gonna make my test. I hope you guys had like it and enjoy it, and we see it in the next one. Thank you so much, every single one of you that follow and was come so far in the live stream, and we talk on the next one.